welcome to 1923 Main Street.
Home of the Daddy-Daughter Disney Travel Podcast. We are your hosts.
I am Mike Bello-Braddock.
And I'm Amelia Bello-Braddock. And today's episode is all about the Polynesian Village Resort, what we like about it,
what we don't like about it,
and what we hope to see in the future renovations.
And as you know, or maybe you don't, but if you follow Disney, you probably have heard, everyone listening out there, that they have decided to keep the Polynesian closed all the way through till sometime next summer, with the exception of the Disney Vacation Club villas and bungalows.
Now, that's interesting to me, but we'll get back to that in a second.
Yes. So if you listen to us, as we've said many times, we thought the Polynesian had fallen behind.
It was in dire need of a renovation.
Really fallen behind. Just stuff you notice in the room. So do they listen to our podcast?
Yeah,
I don't know.
We're pretty sure they listen to us.
Because now they're going to renovate, so this is great news to us. However...
So Disney's Polynesian, we got some ideas for you.
But the devil's in the details, as they say. So we don't really know yet, and it's probably going to come out, but we don't know yet exactly what they're doing and if it's even going to tackle the problems that we have with it. And hopefully it will. So here's what they said. They're going to refurbish the guest rooms and the Great Ceremonial House. So the main lobby area and the guest rooms. Okay, great.
Well, that's great.
That's
what
good
are you
so
doing?
far. Yeah. Last time they did this, they did a Lilo and Stitch theme. This time they're going with Princess Moana. Or is she a princess?
Yes, she's the chief's daughter, so she's the daughter of a monarch, technically a princess.
I don't know if they coronated her as a Disney princess or not.
They didn't, but technically, according to the dictionary, princess is the daughter of a monarch.
Well, either way.
Her father is the chief, so...
Either way.
On a technicality, she is a princess.
So, that's cool. I'm okay. Well, as if they have to run it by me, but I'm okay with that. They said they're going to do a new color palette, textures, and then, her island was Montanui and the Pacific Islands. So that theme. So that's good. Now, let's start with dislikes, because some of my dislikes is what I want them to handle.
Well, I have a list.
Well, my first one is just that it's been run down. And run down, just let me say, because this is what I want them to tackle in this reno. The paint chipping on the balconies, It's all sort of chipping. And then in the rooms, you got just dated, worn rugs curling up. And this is supposed to be their deluxe resort in that category. And it
seems sort of more leaning towards a moderate or even a value at this
I'm sure
point.
the moderates and values are in better shape than this
certain
one.
ones.
Yeah, certain ones. So I hope they address that. They've already actually put the Moana carpet into Ohana. So they sort of started that at some point because there's a little Moana carpet in Ohana.
Yes, so Disney Imagineers who are for sure listening to our podcast, these are some critiques we have for you.
All right. You want to start with some dislikes you have?
My list. Well, I have a list.
Or we're starting with dislikes?
We'll start with dislikes.
All right.
I have a list of 10, and...
Oh, look who has a list this week.
And normally, we like to say that our lists are in no particular order. However, this week, my list is in a particular order.
All right. I want to see how many of these. I don't have quite as long a list. I just have some categories of things that I'm not too keen on.
All right. So should I start with the thing I hate the most or least hate the least?
Whatever you want.
Okay, well, I'll start with the things I hate the most. The run-down rooms. And I know you've said this, but come on. For a deluxe resort, are you really going to have carpets peeling and paint chipping? And not even that it's out of style. It's just, it's run down.
It's run down. That's the thing. Yeah, it's not, that's a good point. So their style should be timeless, right? The island style. But the fact that you go out on the balcony and there's just like paint chipping all off the balcony railing. It just looks ratty.
It looks very worn.
Now, I'm going to say one thing I meant to say earlier. We're excluding the bungalows from all of these comments because they're
much newer.
They're much newer. They're much higher end. And as far as we've seen when we've stayed there, I haven't encountered any issues like this. So
yes, and although we are excluding the bungalows, we are including all of the other villas.
Yes, including the villas.
Which so far they're not renovating, so
that's an issue.
Yeah.
That is a big issue because they
Disney
are in rough
Imagineers,
shape.
please, dire need, probably even worse than the main areas.
Yeah. Okay, keep going.
Right.
So rundown, got you. I'm with you.
Number 2, the restaurants. What happened? They used to be good.
Well, they're still
Where did
good.
they go?
Let me debate you. I only have one issue with the restaurants. In fact, okay, which ones don't you like?
Well, I don't mind Captain Cook's. I think it's fine. I think it
I
could be better.
It was 5 years ago, I would have rated it among the worst quick service of all the deluxe resorts.
It wasn't very good. It's getting
It's
better.
getting better. It's a lot better than it used to be.
Also, it's not great, but it's getting better. Ohana, some of the meals, some of them are good, but others.
Well, there's 2 meals at Ohana.
Yeah.
There's the breakfast
Just breakfast
with
and-
Lilo, Stitch, and Mickey, and then there's the dinner. And I'll say the breakfast is actually still pretty good. So
Yeah,
I would recommend.
I
you
really
go
like
to
the breakfast, and maybe it's the characters. Maybe it's the
I
theme.
just think it's the problem with the dinner for me
the food.
is exactly
Is
so
the
same
food.
as you. The food has gone downhill.
Yeah.
It used to be really good, and I mean the most recent time we were
like-
there was like it was just
It's like Narcoossee's.
exactly same thing happened to
It's the
Narcoossee's.
Polynesians Narcoossee's. We'll
Yeah.
put it that way.
And then the other one is Kona Cafe, which I'm
Yeah.
not sure I've actually taken you to. So
Yeah, we've done the takeout.
yeah,
We
but
haven't
Kona
actually
Cafe
sat there.
is good.
Yeah.
So that's why I said I wouldn't drag on
Yeah.
the restaurants too much. But if you look at it from their highest end
Yeah,
restaurant,
exactly.
and their big dinner has gone downhill, then that's a problem.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be going downhill.
And a lot of these things I'm saying they're not necessarily bad, but for a deluxe resort, you expect more.
Exactly.
And of the deluxe resorts, they're at the bottom.
Yeah.
Which brings us to number 3, lack of children's play areas and grass. I know, I'm the first to admit their splash pad, top notch, great.
Yeah, and that's
I
pretty
love
new.
it. So kids hang out there. Where else?
Well, they do have
This
that.
is Disney. Like where else?
They
is
have that fake grass lawn area. That's where they do the lawn games now.
That's it. It's like a circle,
Yeah,
and
because
that's it.
there is some grass. You know where there is some grass? So two
Villas
things.
areas.
Bungalows areas.
Okay.
There used to be a lot more. So they lost a lot of it when they built those
They
bungalows.
lost,
They took it away. Not only did they take away the beach,
but the grass.
well, they took away a lot of beach, but they also, they had to put up the ropes and the rocks. So the beach and everything there is not used nearly as much as it used
I'm
to
sorry.
be
This
used.
is number 5.
Okay. Oh, then go ahead. What
Okay.
was number 5?
No, we're not at number 5. Now we're on number 4.
Oh.
So along with the lack of grass and children's play areas, the layout. What is with this layout?
Okay, I like the layout.
I don't. It's too confusing. Do you?
It is confusing.
I
but
think you forget walking around at 9:00 at night for 20 minutes
At the
trying to
far end.
find your villa.
But in their defense, it is supposed to be representative of a Polynesian village. That's why the buildings are like they are, and it's set up in the way it is.
Okay, I get it. Better signs.
Yes, they
That's
could.
what they need. They need better directions.
They need better signage.
I do get the
true.
theming because Disney is all out theming, but they could do better signs. Just add a post that says Tokelau is over here.
Yeah,
Just
they should
little post.
point to your
Not hard.
longhouses. Okay.
Thank you. All right, number 5, the beaches. They used to be so great.
Yeah.
What happened?
Well, 2 things happened, like we just said. The bungalows happened, and
Yeah.
then they had to close them off
Okay,
to keep wildlife
okay,
out of the
that's
wild.
not their fault.
No, but since they did that, it's just made people still go on the beaches, but not as
It's made
much
them
as
less
they used to.
inviting.
It's made them less inviting. Good way to put it.
Yeah, and also I do love the swing there.
The swinging chair.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
there's a couple of them.
beautiful. I'll give them that. So maybe add a few more of those.
And beach volleyball people
Yeah.
still do. But, watching the fireworks from that beach is not like it used to be
Yeah.
due to the bungalows. However, when you're in a
Exactly.
bungalow, let me tell you, it's a great view. And there's a little speaker right on your bungalow deck so you can hear everything.
I have a way to solve your little beach problem. Just stay in a
Just
bungalow.
That's a whole other show we're going to be.
Much easier. All
Okay.
right, number 6. This is similar to restaurants. Lack of good shops. Some of the shops are okay, but oh boy.
Well, there's only 2.
Exactly. There's not that many,
There's
and they're not that good.
Actually, I disagree again. I like the shops there.
I like the downstairs shop.
Yeah, boutique-y.
The upstairs
Okay,
one. though.
actually, I'm going to agree with you again. So boutique-y is quite good downstairs. Yeah, the upstairs store, I forget what it's themed as now. Is it Moana-ish
Yeah.
theme? It's really not very good. You're right.
I feel like they just threw it together because they needed another shop.
I don't know why. Like every deluxe resort has a store
Yeah.
like that, but this one is just. Well, actually, the Grand Floridian would have 2.
Yeah.
That sort of, so they have the Sandy Cove Sundries, and then they have M Mouse Mercantile. And this one tries to be all things. So I'll agree with you. It could be better thought out. That
Lots of these things are not necessarily bad, but they could be better.
They could be better.
We're giving you much. So these are also ideas for the renovation.
Well, I don't think they're tackling the shops, but
fix the shops.
It could be something they could look at.
All right. Number 7, we've kind of touched on this in number 1. Some of the styles, they're not only run down, but they're a little bit out of date. I get the Polynesian themes, but sometimes, like the lamps or the light fixtures, just change it up a little bit, or the paint colors.
So hopefully that's exactly what they're hitting with this renovation.
Yeah, not just that the paint's chipping, but some of the color schemes.
They're definitely changing that.
Okay, good. Thank you. That's my issue.
Yeah, so that should be one of those things at least should be hit. What's next?
Number 8, mediocre entertainment. This is, again, not bad.
What do you mean by that?
It's mediocre.
What entertainment?
Thank you. My point.
Well,
there's no entertainment.
Sometimes they have people playing ukulele in the lobby or the odd thing.
And that's okay.
But what would you like to see then? What would you like to see?
Well, I like the ukulele playing. Maybe make a show of it. Maybe just have some people throughout the lobby just playing ukulele. Just bring some joy to the atmosphere.
Yeah, maybe they could make it a bit more
Or have, like,
island.
when you get welcomed, maybe just have someone playing the ukulele. You have the Polynesian and Hawaiian theme. That is the instrument.
It's a little
to
inconsistent on the welcoming too, because last time we didn't even get our lays. You know, we had to ask for them. So you either do it or don't do it, but don't make it hit or miss. We also forgot the spirit of aloha luau in the dining, if you want to call it dining, because when you said entertainment, it made me think of it.
Entertainment.
It's good entertainment. It's poor food.
Yeah.
So there's room there too.
Poor food. Exactly. Number 9. This is sort of similar to my other ones. You don't get what you pay for. For a deluxe resort that you're paying so much money for, it's not up to the standards of the other deluxe resorts at Disney.
Yeah, and that's why I would say I would recommend, unless you love it,
With the exception of the bungalows, you can't compare it.
I would point people to the contemporary in these days. And I say that as someone to our listeners, probably already said this, but growing up, you know, being there, I loved the Polynesian from day one through the 70s and 80s. It was my favorite hotel. It's just as it started to degrade and over the years and really had a lack of TLC, tender love and care.
Yes, as you said this 2 weeks ago in 1923 Main Street, episode 37.
What was that one?
Historical Facts and Myths.
Yes.
So please go check it out. Listen to that if you have not
already.
already.
Thank you for that plug, Amelia. But yeah, it's really slipped. Okay, keep going.
And
don't worry, people. We're going to turn it around with the positives.
Yes. Now, back to our list of dislikes. Number 10, inconsistent amenities.
All right. Explain that one to me.
That was also your thing. So, they give you lays one time, you expect them the next.
Okay.
No.
And service.
They're not there. Sometimes the food is good at one restaurant, then the next time it's meh. You need to get yourself more consistent. Stop switching these little things that mess them up. You got to stick to one thing because that's what people expect.
And I don't know if that's hotel management or who's driving that, but
I don't know who's doing it. Please fix it.
You know, it just feels like the whole hotel needs someone to come in and whip it back into Disney magic. It's gone a little bit off the magic trail.
Yeah.
And I hate to do this, but I have a few more that I will add because you're done your dislikes,
All
right?
Yes, my
so
list.
For me, I find the pools to be undersized. There's not an, great pool. I know what you're going to say.
I don't have a single issue with the pool.
But it's way overcrowded. And even the other one, the quiet pool, is also overcrowded. So
again, my point, that's not the pools. That's the fact that they have no other entertainment to do at all.
People do like to go swimming. But
at all, exactly. But the other hotels have other things to do. This one, nada. Zippo.
So it'd be good if they could squeeze another something in there.
Yeah,
I thought they were going to add a new one when they did the DVC villas, but they did not.
Give the villas their own pool or another one.
And my only dislike that you didn't cover is the Juliet balconies. And this has bugged me from the very beginning. So the longhouses are 3 floors.
Yeah.
On the main floor, you get a walkout patio. On the top floor, you get a full balcony, but on the middle floor, you get a Juliet, which just means the sliding doors open and you can look out, but you can't actually go out because there's no balcony.
You know why that is?
Yes, but first I will say, except in the DVC villas where they finally took that away and added a balcony when they converted those longhouses to Disney Vacation Club villas. And yes, we were told why that is. So
Yeah,
why don't you
okay,
explain?
for you, wasn't your point how authentic they are and it's just the Hawaiian theme? Well, as told by a Disney Imagineer, the Polynesians actually believed that the evil spirits could get them in through their balconies on second floors, so that's why they aren't there because of the authentic Polynesian theming.
But then what happened is the reality of guests staying as
Is
is
more
often the case.
important than their theming.
Well, who wants a room with no balcony when every other one has one? So it just became, I don't know if they're ever going to change that across the whole resort. Certainly, probably not in this rental. Thankfully, they did it in the villas. That's one good thing they did to the villas. They all have balconies. All right. Things we like about the Polynesian.
Now, according to my list of dislikes, I actually have a few things I like as well, which sort of intertwine with the dislikes.
All right, let's turn it around and bring this up to a positive island note.
So, let's start. Number 1 on my list was the rundown rooms. The rooms are rundown, but the theming, it's timeless.
The theming is timeless and...
Yeah, it's similar to how many people had problems with the contemporary always changing. The Polynesian, it will never change.
And similar to our contemporary discussion, which we did mention, the rooms are also among the largest and the most quiet.
Exactly.
Because they were those modular rooms stacked in. They're built off site and stacked. So they
do that again, Disney.
Yeah.
You're building reflections.
No,
Let's just...
too expensive now. Now it's fast and cheap. But,
yes.
So those are things I really like. I do like the fact that the rooms are quiet.
Now,
I do like their club level.
No hotel really has a bad club level, but I'll agree with you. Okay.
No, not bad, but
I know,
for example,
club
beach
level
club,
is never
club level,
bad.
the
Club
lounge
level
is
is
small.
not up. Club level can never be bad.
No, but some are better than others.
Yeah.
So this one is pretty good.
Yeah.
The Hawaii Longhouse, it's got that huge glass all the way, like for 3 floors. And you look out over Seven Seas Lagoon and see the castle, and it's a really nice setup.
If you want to go have breakfast and watch the sunrise in there,
yeah,
photos you take.
So I do like that. I do like the grounds, the layout, the lush tropical setting, and it's really grown. Speaking of from the 70s to now, it's so filled in now. It looks really, really nice. So I do like that. We went for a lot of walks on last summer. Did we stay there? Yeah. Well, in the mornings, I really love mornings.
Yeah,
well, I like mornings everywhere.
I'm touching on that later. So.
Okay.
But yeah, number 2 was not good restaurants. Well, the restaurant may suck, but the snacks, the Dole Whip, they're creating new flavors. That's the best place to buy Dole Whip. They taste great.
Yeah, so the addition of that lanai, where you can get Dole Whips outside, was good. So that is one thing. And, we like to go inside. Now, the lobby, I used to love the waterfall lobby, and at first I was not thrilled with the new lobby, but since I've used it, I understand why they did it. It does make more sense from a usage perspective. It's more open, like a Grand Floridian lobby, nowhere near as large, but there's a lot more seating. It's just a better setup, so I'll give them that one.
All right, number 3 was lack of children's spots, but the splash pad.
Yeah, you really like when they brought that.
The splash pad, come on, it's great.
You're almost out of... Can you still go on that splash pad?
I can now, but it's 12 and under.
Oh, so as of May 2021.
So we're going in March because I'm getting in that splash pad.
That'll be your last time. Before they ask you for your ID, it'll show 13. So, all right. Yes, I know you like the splash pad.
It's so great. I have no words to describe the wonder of the splash pad.
What else do you like about the Polynesian?
All right, okay. I may have said that it had a bad layout, but the layout, as you brought up, is part of the theme. It's part of the theme. I'll admit that. I like how Disney's Polynesian really sticks to the theme. It's very themed, and although that can sometimes bring some things that we don't like getting lost and the lack of balconies.
So they started to address the balconies thing. So,
but sticking to the theming, I think, is very good. I like how they stuck to the themes.
And the getting lost is only at that far end, because before they put in the DVC villas, I never, ever, ever ventured down to that far end close to the ferries. We were always staying by the main, in the Hawaii, usually in the club level. So we were always right by the main Great Ceremonial House and the volcano pool. Yeah. So, but yeah, they could use some signage.
All right, and And number 5, we had beaches, but the view from the beaches, come on. You can get the sunrise. We love to go there. You see the castle, you see the Grand.
Yeah, so for me, one of the things I like is what you're hitting
Yeah.
on, but I'll say location.
Yeah.
The whole
Location
location
is great. And it's right next to the TTC as well.
I love being able to walk over to take the Epcot monorail line.
Yeah.
Or even, the other way
about
around.
The location. For photography, for getting around, the location of the Polynesian is excellent.
Which makes sense. It's one of the original resorts. It's in a good spot. One-stop boat service to Magic Kingdom, 2 monorail stops.
Another one I had was mediocre entertainment. They do have the luau. The luau, the show is great.
Yeah, the show's very good. I recommend it. You can get caught in weather still, even though you're covered, the stage.
Although, maybe in the weather, then you'll have some excellent 5-year-old performers.
Oh, there was a time where we were there. And
there was some excellent 5-year-old performers. They were very,
it was
very
raining,
good.
so they served us. But then Amelia, who was actually, were you 5?
I was 5
you
or 6.
were wearing a grass skirt and everything. So you got up on stage and started performing. And
everyone loved
it. And a few other girls got up with you. And actually, you guys were up there for a long time in Disney terms, like 20 minutes before a cast member decided that stage might be too slippery. The reason they don't let the performers on when it's raining is because it gets slippery, even though you're covered. So in that instance, if this happens to you, just as an FYI, they gave us our meal and then refunded like half of the money. So we didn't actually get to see the luau on that one, but we did eat the meal. And unfortunately, that meal, it's for something that's basically the same food as the Fort Wilderness Hoop-de-Doo.
Yeah.
It is not nearly as good as the food of the Hoop-de-Doo. And I don't understand that for the life of me, but it's basically the same chicken and ribs. So maybe they'll change that up.
Maybe it's the chefs.
Could be the chefs. I don't know.
And maybe they've changed the chefs. So
what else do you like about it? Or should we move on to what we would like to see changed in this renovation?
No, I think I have one more thing that I like about the Polynesian. Obviously, this is not including, I love the bungalows. They're great. I think everyone should stay in the bungalows.
Yeah, we can't really ignore the bungalows. They're super pricey.
They're
right?
a part of the Polynesian.
Even when we use Disney Vacation Club points, it's just ridiculous. So, but if you have any opportunity to stay there, do it. In my opinion, they're far better than the Cascade cabins at Disney's Wilderness Lodge.
No question.
Well, I think the setting alone is more appealing to me, but I like to be over the water looking out at the Magic Kingdom. That's appealing to me. Plus, I like the style of them better. I just think they look better. And your own splash pool and stuff is cool. Yeah. So the other ones have a hot tub. But
all right, let's move on to what we'd like to see in the renovation.
Well, we would like to see the rooms.
We'd like to see a lot in the renovation.
I don't want just carpet in the hallway. I really want to see these things tidied up, cleaned up, fresh paint, and looking like...
I want them changed.
I feel bad for this hotel being left. It's like they need to fix the Polynesian and bring it back to its glory. It's not fair to such a classic old hotel. One thing I don't want to see in this renovation is, and hopefully they won't, but I don't want them to overdo the Moana thing.
Okay.
I don't like
subtlety is key.
Yes,
here.
exactly. Subtlety is key.
You were great at subtlety because for your hidden Mickeys, let's make some hidden Moanas.
Yeah, just keep it subtle.
Let's do that.
I get the whole adding a theme to the hotel let's face it, these are their properties. They want to get their sort of character input in it, but just don't make it a value resort where it's in your face with characters and all that. Just keep it subtle and elegant. Yeah. That's what I hope to see.
You can go too far. You can change too much. We need a nice middle ground.
There's other things I'd like to see. They won't be part of this, like another pool. I really think it needs another pool, probably on the far end of the other side of the...
Or not necessarily another pool, but more entertainment. Like it needs something else for people to do at the resort. Because they have the parks, they have other resorts, and then they have the pool.
And they do have some room. They haven't necessarily used it all to the best of their ability, so there are some things they could do.
Exactly. And what else would you like to see in your renovation, Daddy?
I don't know. I think that's about it for me.
Oh, great. My turn.
Yes, go ahead.
All right. The renovation. People, we've touched on this. I need signage, not just in the village area, but all around. It's so confusing. I need more grass. Really? Like, I know you have the little bit grassy circle.
Well, it's not
just
even grass. It's
expand
fake
it.
grass.
I know. Just expand it a little bit. Even put some more fake grass. Give kids more spots. Or renovate. You know that kids' playhouse you have at the Polynesian?
Yeah, it's Lilo's.
Please make it better.
It's Lilo and Stitch. I wonder if they'll rebrand that
Please
now.
make it better.
Hey,
It
what
does
if they
not
make
need-
it an Auntie's
Yeah,
Beach House?
It does not need to be rebranded. Lilo and Stitch is fine, but make it better. My goodness. Or make it Auntie's. You know, I have no problem with making it Auntie's because
That was
Auntie's
last
is
week's.
great. Or, you know, you could make it Stitch's Space Scoop like they made it Auntie's. You could do so much with Lilo and Stitch. They have a great theme. Use
Well,
it.
maybe they do, in fairness. We haven't put you in that Lilo and Stitch's Playhouse, which used to be Neverland before that, I
Looks
think.
very boring.
Well, it's sort of a daycare, but
but
I'm
the
sure
thing
they
is,
do fun things in there.
Auntie's is the daycare, and you go and you see.
Auntie's is more of an activity center.
Exactly.
It's not necessarily a daycare.
But kids go there, and parents don't have to watch them.
Okay, so is there anything else that you would like to see in this renovation that we haven't discussed already?
You know, I think I've touched on everything.
Yeah.
For me.
I think what I'm getting at is,
I was very critical earlier.
but it does need more of a refurb, I
Yeah.
think, than just this one. But this one at least is a start, as long as they take care of the aging sort of
You need to
paint
spruce it up
jobs
again.
and peeling wallpaper and all that stuff, which I'm hoping it will. So let's really hope and pray for a good
It's like-
refurb.
It's like
refurb.
when you rip a couch cushion. You don't need to buy a new couch. You just need to get a new cover.
Yes, and
Do
that
that.
happened to us at Wilderness Lodge.
Yeah, that's
This is one of the reasons I don't like that resort. Also,
That's another
not
episode.
yeah, that's another episode. A lot of but see, there is a bit of an issue with these deluxe resorts sort of slipping.
Are they really that
Yeah.
deluxe? Because they're keeping the Grand, they're keeping up to date. They're keeping the Contempt, Beach Club, Yacht Club, and then some of these
Yeah,
less
some of the ones get left.
Some of the deluxe resorts are being rocketed high to the sky. They're doing great. And others
Yeah,
are being left in the
they
dust.
let drift a bit. So they shouldn't let one of their originals drift. So let's hopefully wait and see, and it will
Yes.
surprise us. And will we want to stay there again? I don't know.
I think we're going to have
Other
to.
than the bungalows.
Yeah, no,
you know
I
we're
think
gonna stay in the
after
bungalows again.
renovation, I think we should go there and we should see, did they do what we suggested?
I know, but it's hard now. I don't want to stay anywhere but the bungalows, especially after our last. But I think we should. We'll give it a chance after the
I think
reno
we should.
and see what
And
it's
when
all
they've
about.
done everything we suggested, we'll know they listened to our show.
I don't think they're going to do everything because we covered a lot.
So Disney Imagineers, don't you just love these wonderful ideas we've given you?
Let's hope, after all this, that our old beloved Polynesian Village Resort, and I
Yes.
know a lot of you listening love this resort too. So don't get me wrong. I don't dislike it. I just
You
feel
know-
it's slipped, and it's not the resort's fault.
Yeah.
So hopefully they bring it back into its glory.
You know, I like the Polynesian. I would stay there. I just think I wouldn't stay there over all of these other ones.
Yeah, there's too many other good choices, so they have
Yeah.
to make it competitive once again.
Exactly.
All right. I hope you enjoyed this critical look at Disney's Polynesian Village Resort, but we do it out of love. We know the
Yes.
hotel has been great glory, and it's been,
It can be once again.
they've let it drift, so
if
let's
you
bring it back.
spruce it up, it has one of the best foundations, right? You can't add cement walls to the Grand, but you can't take them away from the Poly.
That's right. So focus on making it a beloved resort once again
Yeah.
for all of us. And on that note, feel free to check us out online at 1923 Main Street or visit us at
Our Patreon page, go check it out.
patreon.com/1923 Main Street. And we will see you next week, everyone. Have a magical day.
Bye-bye.